Hey, Shadow here again. How are you? I'm going to go over emergency evacuation in your neighborhood, your community, and some important considerations that might help increase your chances of survival in the time of unrest. Okay? Now, during an evacuation emergency or catastrophic event, be it natural or unnatural causes, you can be sure of two things: panic and fear. Okay? But with the right sort of knowledge, that panic and fear should be replaced with action and resolve. So, if something major would have happened, most likely it would be a news guy on the television telling you it's important to stay calm. And you're probably going to be thinking this guy's full of it, and everyone's out there in their homes packing their entire houses in their family car. Alright? So what you need to do is plan for something before all this stuff goes down. First off, check the status of your freeways. Alright? Because I myself am going to be avoiding the freeways as much as possible. It's most likely going to be gridlocked by everyone wanting to evacuate and leave at the same time. So all those panicky people out there putting all their survival supplies in the car, hoping to use it later. What happens then? You load up your car, you're gridlocked in traffic for some time. National Guard or some other authority tells you have to leave your vehicle for your safety. Now what? Now you're forced to abandon all your valuable supplies in your car, grabbing only what you can carry. Alright? So it's important that you plan your evacuation based on movement. Just plan on the contingency that you will abandon your vehicle. If you're not on a motorcycle, either by foot, utilizing a motorcycle or bicycle. Okay, now I'm not saying having supplies in your vehicle is a bad idea. If anything, some basic stuff should be in your car. Okay, like a gas mask, minimum water, minimum food, first aid, an extra set of clothes, a blanket or two. That sort of thing, because disaster doesn't always hit while you're at home when you're all stocked up. That's if you're lucky, really. I mean, I can most likely happen when you're out and about living your everyday life. Okay, so you should put some consideration, maybe together a bug out bag if you haven't heard of it. I'll go into detail what a bug out bag consists of in a later video. Perhaps you already know what it is, or just do a search up here what a bug out bag is, and you'll find all kinds of info. You need enough supplies for a minimum of 72 hours. That's what the federal government says. Now, I would think a little bit longer than that. I mean, look at Hurricane Katrina. It was more than 72 hours. Those people were out of food and out of supplies. But some considerations on a bug out bag, okay, to be careful with. Never underestimate human nature. Right? If you're here you are running with a bug out bag. Other people are panicking. You're obviously more prepared than most people. You can be sure that there's going to be some idiot out there that's going to want what you got for himself and his family, because it's either his or their survival versus yours. Okay? So with that in mind, I'm sure you can figure out what precautions you need for that. Alright? Now, I'm not advocating violence. I'm just saying for your own safety and well-being. Alright? So enough on that, I guess. I'll leave it at that. When planning your escape or evacuation, try to focus on alternative routes. All right, a great solution, if you haven't heard of it or you haven't utilized it, a Thomas guide is very good, because you can find all kinds of other locations. You can detail layouts, something that doesn't necessarily require freeway access. You have multiple options in that guide due to road blockages, down power lines, other things that are blocking martial law. I'm not saying that's going to happen, hopefully. Flooding, who knows. So do your research on your guide along the lines of frequently used routes from your work, from your house, to your retreat destination. Also map out alternatives for your loved ones, if it happens to be a consideration. As far as a place to meet or retreat, it's good to have a different destinations mapped out. Okay, you never know when phone lines, even for cell phones, can be down for too many people trying to contact others at the same time. You and others have a sound mind to know where to meet in the event that something happens. Okay, so with that, you should probably have a couple different locations to meet. That way, if one area can't be accessed for whatever reason, then you have somewhere else to meet your friends or loved ones. Okay, and try to set priorities on those locations, like primary or secondary or so forth. Have some marking or survey tape, or if that's too out there for you, you want something a little bit more darker, be it some twine or something that your family can recognize and they know that you've moved to another location if need be. A good purchase is a walkie-talkie that has a 5 to 8 mile range, so you can communicate with others in the area. A little disclaimer about maps and walkie-talkies. Okay, if you're looking for security, keep in mind if someone in your party is apprehended for whatever reason, the map as well as a walkie-talkie becomes a liability more than a useful tool. So proper precautions should be taken to secure and quickly dispose of those items if need be. Okay, so be careful. Be very careful with that. If you want to prospect some possible retreats in your area, try a little tool that I found incredibly useful. You've probably already heard about it. Google Earth. Okay, yep, that's right. It's free. If you want the professional series, it runs about $400. It's a very useful tool. You can prospect possible escape routes, but you can understand and learn geographic obstacles, considerations that you might want or not want in your location selection. Great intelligence tool. Great intelligence tool. So I would highly recommend that. If you have time on your hands and you want to make an extra precaution, you can always look into what they call caching. Okay, caching in the event that you lose your gear, bug out bag, or something, and you and your loved ones are out of supplies. You always have that backup. Okay, some basic rules about caching. Caches can be lost very easily. All right, so keep that in mind. Never tell anyone, even your loved ones, where caches are, unless they're needed. All right, the farther away a cache is, the better chances you have it won't be found. And just to let you know, with caches, modern day detection devices can find caches, and there is some precautions that you can take to help increase your odds of it not being found by someone that you don't want it to. But I'll go into caching into another video. Okay, so I'm just going to leave off by saying, even though we've never met, I'm pretty sure both of you and I want what's best for ourselves and others close to us. Okay, and if I could help in the remotest sense to secure some of that, then I'm a happy man. So do what you can. Take care of yourself. If you have any comments or some info you want to share with everyone else, go ahead and just drop it below, and I will see you later. All right? Take care of yourself.